happy Tuesday evening to all of you. So, second day of the week, and I believe you are progressing on what you planned for this week. Okay, so today uh, I have something specific, special to discuss with you. The topic which I've chosen is most project managers experience during conducting meetings with their stakeholders. Okay, but before I go into the topic, I would like to quickly introduce myself to all those new people who are joining us first time. So everyone, this is Tushar Chaudhary, your leadership coach, and I help mid-career project managers who are having more than 10, 15, 20 plus years of experience. And now you have done great work. You have done enough. You are a subject matter expert, but now you're delivering great, you're performing superb also, but then you are not being considered for the leadership positions and you're experiencing a stuck feeling in your current jobs. And this is where I help you guys to overcome that performance trap and experience trap and move into the leadership positions. So how to create your influence, your visibility in the workplace, and how to build that ecosystem where you will operate at your foundational values, your leadership values, every time 24 by 7. When you get up in the morning, you have that north star in front of you and you will operate into that mode towards that north star only. So how you can do that one, and to create that ecosystem for you, I help project managers, mid-career project managers. Why I'm helping you guys? Because you are the future of our organizations. You are experts into your areas, and now you are actually the bridge between the generations. Like, there is a young generation and there is a senior generation in the organization. So there's a huge gap, and to transit to smoothen that gap and to become a conduit, that it's a huge energy also, and there's a strategic thinking also. So to build these two areas, this you are the right person, you are the right people, and that's why you need to be groomed towards leadership positions. Okay, and that because you all have that capability you are actually having that greatness within you. So with that note, I'll go and start now today's topic. The so before just to ask you, I want to ask you something before we enter the topic. How many of you here have faced or experienced that one stakeholder who almost destroyed your project? Not because they were bad people, okay, not because they're having some bad intention, but because they have a very strong opinions, they have a strong pressure and some strong expectations, and suddenly the entire project starts shaking. So your deadlines get questioned, your teams get defensive many times, and you feel stuck in the middle because you have to look after everyone, right, as a project leader. Now today I want to share a real story from my own project experience, okay, project leadership experience, a situation where one stakeholder almost killed my project, and what that moment taught me about leadership. Okay, that's what the plot of today's topic. So I want to first give you the reality of the stakeholder pressures. Most project managers, they believe that stakeholder management is about you sending the updates, you sharing the reports, you scheduling the meetings. But real stakeholder management is about trust and influence. See, I come across this fantastic book, and that has changed my thought process. I got a very powerful insight from this book. The book name is The Trusted Advisor. Now, the author of this book explain that stakeholders listen to people they trust, not just people who manage tasks. Okay, a project manager who only manages timelines will struggle. But a project manager who builds trusted relationships can influence even difficult conversation, difficult stakeholders. Is that a bulb on moment for you? Okay, I'll just repeat. A project manager who only manages timelines will struggle. But a project manager who build the trusted relationships can influence even difficult stakeholders. That means you have to build a meaningful relationships with people at the workplace. I'll tell you one real workplace example from my project leadership. We were running a very critical project with multiple teams involved, and everything was progressing smoothly until one senior stakeholder, suddenly raised a major concern. Now, he believed that the project approach was wrong. And in one meeting, he openly said, "No, I think this project is going in the wrong direction." Immediately, the atmosphere changed and my team became defensive. People started, explaining the technical details, but the stakeholder was not convinced. Now, if that situation has had escalated, the project could have lost executive support. So instead of arguing, I just asked him a very simple question: "Mr. Stakeholder, what outcome are you most concerned about?" Again, that question changed the conversation. So instead of debating the methods, we started discussing the business outcomes. Now, within the next discussion, we found a small adjustment that solved his concern, and the project moved forward. And that day, I learned something powerful. See, many stakeholder conflicts are not about the plan, they are about unspoken fears. Okay, many stakeholder conflicts are not about a plan or strategy, they're about unspoken fears. So, what's the psychology behind this difficult stakeholders? If you really want to understand this more in detail, I would recommend you one more book to read, and that book, very famous book. The book name is Getting to Yes. Now, this book explains negotiation through one simple principle: focus on interests, not positions. Or, in other words, if you see yesterday's session, focus on problem, not on the people. Then focus on interest, not on what position the stakeholders are holding. Okay, so positions are what people say. Okay, interest are what people actually care about. Is that a bulb on moment? See, when stakeholders argue strongly, they are usually protecting something important. Okay, when stakeholders are really arguing with us strongly, they're usually protecting something important, maybe reputation, maybe the risk, maybe the budget, maybe the credibility. So a good project leader listens for the interest behind that position. Is that a bulb on moment? So what do you mean by position? Position means what actually they say, but the interest are what actually they care about. Okay, so let me share with you one more leadership lessons which I learned. There is another powerful book I would like to explain, share. I learned a very powerful perspective from this book, the book To Be Disliked. Now, in this book, the author explained that the leadership requires emotional independence. So you see, you cannot control other people's reactions, but you can control how you respond. See, when a stakeholder challenges the project, many project managers react emotionally. How? They defend, they justify, they argue, they escalate. But influential leaders, they stay calm, they ask better questions, and they guide the conversations. Okay? Now, how to do this one, and how you can make this happen in your day-to-day project lives. So I would like to help you with three practical shifts again. Okay, and I want you to implement that straight away. See, if you want to handle difficult stakeholder better, start with these three shifts. Now, the first shift. So, shift number one is I want you to move from that defending your strategy or defending your plan to understanding the concern. See, when someone challenges you or challenges the project, don't immediately defend, okay? Just calm and ask calmly, what specifically worries you about this project? What specifically worries you about this approach? Understanding reduces the conflict. Do you agree with me? So move from that defending position to understanding concern position. Okay, shift number two. I want you to move from that over explanation of technical explanation behind the reason, behind the something approach or what. Move from that technical explanation to business outcome conversation. See, many project managers respond with technical details, but stakeholders care about business results. Shift the conversation towards impact, not the delivery of the task and what exactly the technical things we have. Okay, they focus. The stakeholders required what is the impact, what is the outcome, what is the results, business results. Shift number three. I want you to move from that reactive emotion mode to leadership composure mode. Again, see, this third shift is about your identity shift. Okay, it's about your emotional control. See, when tension rises, leaders slow down, they pause, they ask questions. Calm leadership builds authority. Do you agree with me? Yeah. So please start implementing these three shifts straight away now. Now, let me close this topic. We are just reaching to the closing of this topic. I would like to add one more thought on this one. See, every project will have a difficult stakeholders. This is absolutely normal. But those moments are, and don't consider those moments as a threat. Actually, that is an opportunity for you. These are the leadership tests for you. And anyone can manage the task. But influential project leaders manage people, emotions, and trust. Yeah. So if this topic, what I shared with you today, is resonating with you, I want you to comment stakeholder in this comment section. And in case you want to discuss, you have some doubts or question, how you experiencing some challenge with your stakeholders right now in the project, and you want to really talk to someone who can give you some clarity idea about working around stakeholders, engaging them effectively, I want you to book one-to-one session with me. There's a link in the comment section, or you can go to my LinkedIn profile and you can book an appointment with me straight away. Okay, or you can join my community influential leader hub, where all like-minded people, more than 500 plus professionals, we are interacting with each other. Okay, collaborating with each other. So there is a webinar I'm running on this coming Sunday, and I want you to attend that. This is about project leadership mastery. So there is a link again in the comment section, and I would like you to register yourself. I'm running some one-to-one project leadership mastery sessions also. If in case you want to touch base with me, DM me about that, and I can immediately respond to you. Okay, and most importantly, I want to hear from you. Any learnings, any takeaways, any feedbacks, anything you want to check with me, talk to me, share, DM me directly on LinkedIn, and I'll try to respond. I like to hear from you. Okay, so with this note, I'm signing off now. This is your leadership coach Tushar Chaudhary, and tomorrow I'll come back again with another leadership insight. And until that moment, I want you to implement all these things what we learned, and reach out to me, click those links to connect with my WhatsApp and join my webinar, or have a one-to-one with me. Until that moment, take care of yourself. God bless you.